all to the MASJID TAQWA Interfaith Center official podcast. I am Imam Al-Amin Abdul Haqq.
And I'm Ahmad Sajjaad.
I want to be a little frank today. I want to be a little bit serious today because I believe there is a serious matter that needs to be addressed. And basically it's talking about proper attire, proper dress, especially when it comes to our brothers, our sisters. Brothers should lead in proper dress,
Yes.
but the damage is mostly done through our sisters, the women. So I want to discuss that, and I wanted to make it relatable to not just your clothing, but your life in particular. So we are told that we are to maintain proper attire in so many words. That we are to dress our best at all time, place of prayer, worship, and life. We're to present ourselves properly.
Yes.
Even since we were young children, our parents taught us that you have to dress properly. They dressed us properly. They put not just clothes on your shoes on your feet, but they put socks on your feet. They put pants on you. They put a shirt on you to cover you, and that covering is a protection. The reason why I say it is a very serious matter, because now that we have social media and all these mediums that people view and become influenced in, we see now that now it looks like the fad is to undress. Just quoting a little scripture today. It says that God has already given you a cover. And it says that man is supposed to keep his cover. Or when I say man, I mean male and female. And when we look at the story, it says that it is Satan in the Bible and in the Quran, in the Jewish scripture. It said that it is Satan that stripped them, that caused them to be naked. So God had already given you a cover. You didn't have on no clothing when he was discussing this matter. When he said that Satan stripped you of your clothing and made you naked, made you become aware that you were naked, you didn't have on no clothes. So it's informing us that this nakedness is something beyond your physical clothing. Okay? So I'm going to break it down like this. When a child comes, they come to the world naked, right? But this child has no inclination as to what's right and what's wrong. It does not lean toward doing bad because it has a cover that God has shielded with to keep it pure.
Yes.
They don't come here knowing that this is bad. They don't come here knowing that this part of my body is cause mischief. This part, they don't come here with that. They come here with the proper cover that God has given them in their innocence.
Right.
This is the same way Adam.
Right.
And our mother, his mate, I'm not going to say Eve because Eve is a word that has been given and it's associated with darkness.
Right.
It's associated with conniving and being sneaky and being something that promotes dark ways.
Right.
This is one of the reasons why, and we're not interpreting the story correctly. why they say that where it was Eve. It was the darkness side of him to cause him to accept the forbidden fruit or to break the rules that God has put before them. So the child comes here with no preconceived notion of evil and doing wrong because it's been covered. And Adam and his mate was the same way. God had already, he gave them a cover. Their innocence, meaning their innocence was intact.
Yes.
Their innocence was intact, and that's what they were supposed to lean toward. God has shielded them, covered them with innocence. And that innocence is the truth of the matter. It's the truth of all things. And now we've gotten to the point where, and I'm going to show you how it's relatable to you stripping your clothes off.
Right.
Because, as you talked about earlier, the criteria, something has caused you not to live up to the standard or to the criteria to which God has placed the human being under.
Right.
So here we go in society, and it is society that has stripped you of your righteousness. It's society, the things that we have picked up. See, it's just like the child. In the early part of the child's life, it's the things that they learn in the society that strips them of their innocence.
The innocence, yes.
This is the nakedness that the Bible and if we got a napkin, this is what the Bible and the interpretation of the story that the Bible is trying to give us, and the Quran and the Torah, that we have been stripped of our innocence.
Right.
The clothing that God gave you in your original nature. Your original nature is not a nature that is bad. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
It's not a nature that is bad. And for somebody to tell you,
It is bad. It's okay.
for somebody to tell you that it's bad, I mean, why would somebody tell you that? That's not what God don't create a bad thing. But somebody told you and influenced you, just like Satan or Shaitan or Satan, as they call it in the Bible, Quran, whatever, has informed you of something that was not intended.
Right.
Not intended. So here we go in society, and we have a society that has misrepresented dressing and the apparel.
Yes.
And the importance of it. There's another passage in the Quran that tells us that tells the man that your wife is a garment for you, and she is a garment, and you are a garment for her.
Yes.
A cover, a shield. It's an expression of righteousness
Right.
in the moral upbringing of a human being.
Yes.
In his moral nature. So this is another cover. So God has been telling us throughout the scripture, cover yourself. Cover yourself. You got to cover yourself from the elements, physical elements of society. This is why man adopted clothing,
Right.
coats, shoes. Because if you step in some area, you're liable to cut your feet wide open.
Yeah.
If you don't clothe during the wintertime, you freeze to death.
Yeah.
If you don't clothe in the summertime, your body overheats. You ain't got nothing to cool your body down, and then now you pass out
Right.
from heat.
Heat exhaustion.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So apparel is proper. But what apparel are you wearing, or are you wearing anything? See, the ideal of not wearing anything means that you have no discretion of what's right and what's wrong. You don't care.
You don't care. You don't have no standards.
You don't have no standards, and you're open to receive anything. And then you become molested.
You remember when we was at Mama, when we were going to get Mama that food,
Uh-huh.
and that girl walked through that door? She walked in a public place.
Naked.
Like with her titty. I don't think she had just a little thing like this. You can see all
Her breasts.
Yeah,
everything.
that was like.
Even that was see-through.
Yes.
So
That's what inappropriate. For a woman to come in a public place, I see, I guess it's a gentleman's club close by or whatever.
I have no idea.
I have no idea, but Come on.
Let me tell you the psychological part and effect of this. You can tell the level of a society and the advancement of the society on how you have elevated your women.
Your women, yeah. I'm just gonna say that.
Allowing her to, a woman walking around naked does not elevate the society.
No.
It actually brings it down.
Bring it down.
Because some of us go crazy and act like dogs with a beautiful woman.
Yeah. That's when she's showing you your goods, you gonna go crazy.
You
gonna be like, ooh man, look at that fine girl, wow.
I don't care who you are, what you are.
You gonna.
So that's not raising the standards of the society. It's actually lowering it.
Lowering it.
It's putting us on an animalistic level instead of the high, intelligent, noble level that we're supposed to be in. And women are allowing their children. We see it all the time on video. We got little children dancing like some stripper.
Yeah, you see that? What they
And the mother videoing, or the father or brother and sister videoing them.
Yeah, and laughing.
Like it's okay for likes and views.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But we're at a crucial point in the moral makeup of man. And we have to do better and teach them better, because these women are absolutely naked. What does that do for the psyche of the men of the society?
You're going to be wanting to rape them, man.
They're going to rape them, molest them with their eyes.
Or whatever, yeah.
Let me tell my beloved sisters something. And maybe they have heard this or a version of it, whatever. If you're looking for a diamond, how do you find it?
Go to the mountains or go where
you got to dig. It's hidden. It's covered.
Yes.
It's protected.
Even gold. Sometimes gold you gotta go in earth and find it.
Even gold, it's hidden.
It's hidden.
It's protected. A pearl.
It's covered.
Covered with a hard shell, something so small.
You gotta pry it open.
You got to pry it open.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is all things that are worth anything is just not out there in the open. It's hidden.
Yes.
It's protected. It's covered.
Yes.
And if you want a man to love you, a dignified man to love you, if you want a man that is going to appreciate what he has that no other man has,
you got to respect yourself.
You got to respect yourself. You have to cover. Don't let them say you out with no cheap idea that you can get likes and views and you can become a millionaire. What is it going to do when the body stops? When that body starts wrinkling, getting a little older, a little overweight, a little out of shape. Then what? Do you have the mental tools to maintain the life that you're trying to build for yourself? No. Because just like they're raping you and using your body for their own pleasure, they're going to do the same thing in your private life. Because you done clothed yourself.
Right.
You stripped yourself naked. And you allowed the society to molest you, rape you, and keep you unprotected. You think you're strong enough and smart enough for these men? They'll rob you, beat you, and take what you got. So this is an epidemic for us.
Right.
This is something that's very serious, and we got to get back to the root of something so basic. Put your clothes on, brother.
Put your pants up. I seen one dude the other day. He had his pants down, but he walking and holding his belt up. What does that look like?
Listen,
you holding your belt up. You holding your pants up by your belt. Your pants is falling off your tail.
Listen.
Come on, brothers.
I see our young men, and I said you're our young men, young brothers. You have work. At least you got enough character to work.
Right.
But you don't have enough dignity to stop showing your ass even at work. You at work. You think these people gonna promote you. They're going to keep you pushing the buggy. They're going to keep you
cleaning the restrooms,
sweeping the floor.
For real. That's right.
Because you don't have enough dignity for yourself to present yourself in a noble way. God created you noble. Stop allowing a system that is built on demoralizing you and keeping you, your family, in an undermined caste system. Let me explain. A caste system is something that was in India. And India has these different classes of society. And in parts of India, in most parts of India, at one time, if you were part of a certain group, if your father was a farmer, guess what? The only thing you can be is a farmer. If your daddy was a boot shiner, that's the only thing you can be. They're keeping you in a system where the lower class stay lower class and the higher class get higher.
Right.
But we're doing this to ourselves. And if you see, it starts first. This is what we don't fail. This is what we miss. This is a mindset.
Right.
That you feel so inadequate that you got to expose the most intimate parts of yourself to society to get what you want.
It's sad.
A sister has to give up the most sacred thing of herself. She don't want them to touch her. But they touching you with their mind.
Yeah.
By giving you the look that you want.
Yeah.
And you expose the most sacred part of yourself. Something that even God hid. You exposing that is easy. And your psyche is saying that you don't care about the discretions of life. Everything in life, people, you have a choice. The dynamic of the human being is you have the ability to choose.
Yeah.
That's what separates you from all things in creation.
I just said that a while ago.
It separates you.
Separate us.
And if you don't use that, you call God a lie. You're saying that you're incapable of distinguishing the good from the bad, the best from the worst. So, I mean, we have to cover. And brothers, men, you got to lead yourself. You got to lead your family. If your daughter see your ass hanging out, and I'm going to speak frankly, if your daughter or your son see your ass hanging out, then the mother going to show hers.
Yeah. So everybody else doing it, wow.
I'm going to go ahead and get a little skimpy.
Yeah. I'm going to give me some days.
I'm gonna let a part of my breast hang out.
Yeah.
You got part of your ass out.
That's oh man.
So this thing trickles down. Then next thing you know, your little daughter is doing the same thing.
Then you get
your
mad.
son is now you're mad.
You're mad now.
But you perpetrated this fraud.
Yes.
You fed them this, that this is a society norm.
Right.
And it's not.
It's not.
Put your clothes on, brother.
And I
Sister.
told a dude one day, I was at Bazaar, Big T Bazaar, and these young guys was there. They had their pants. I'm talking about they had their drawers showing. I said, man, you know what that's a sign of? If you go to the pill and tank, that means you're available, man. That means, but they took it out. They done took out a contest, but that's what that means, y'all. That means that you're available for dudes to come and stick and hit you. For real. I've been there and done that, and I'm telling y'all, that's what that means.
It's sad that we have adopted such a demoralizing position. I can remember going to school and all of my teachers wore suits.
Oh, a nice dress. Oh,
no, suits.
Oh, they all wore suits?
All the men wore jacket and tie.
Oh, really?
All the women wore proper skirts and dresses.
Dresses, right.
Nobody came in there dressed like they're a hip hop star or a rock star.
Right.
They came dressed proper because they knew they were influencing the minds of young children and young men and women. And they wanted to maintain a dignified position. I'll never forget a principal that we had when I was still going to public school. He used to always come on the speaker and say, people, you got to be dignified. Every morning, Monday through Friday, his last words after the announcement is, people, you have to be dignified.
You have to.
This I'm serious. You can't even walk down the street and there's a misrepresentation of your beauty.
That's sad.
Because you have allowed them to strip you of the very sacred thing that God has for you. Now you can't make no distinctions.
Just going with the flow.
You just going with the flow. And we're told that you don't follow the common run of things.
The good things. The common things, good things in life.
The common run of things is never the good thing. Because everybody, the majority,
they going their way.
I want to follow those who are distinguished and separated from the crowd. My mother always told me, be separated.
Yes. That's why I used to always be by myself, man.
Separate yourself from the crowd.
Right.
Stand out among them.
I always had felt in my life, it was something I was missing. It was something that I was missing. I'll be like, man, it got to be something better.
And let me please say this. I am in no way attacking the sisters, because the sisters wouldn't do it if the men wouldn't
allow them.
No, if the men wouldn't accept it.
That's a good word.
If the men wouldn't accept it, the sisters wouldn't do it.
I agree with that.
If the men had some standards,
their standard. Their standard.
Then the sisters would have some standards.
Yes.
If the men would properly lead and be a man and stop punking out. She got to go out there at a time when you're supposed to be out there taking on the world. They treat her different. It's no different from slavery. You got to go out there and work hard labor. You come in the house. And his wife sitting over there all the time, they looking at her. Even when she don't want their desire, they force it upon her. And make her understand that this is how it is. And it's the same way when they have to go out on a job and work. They force their way on them. Women have some sensitive tools that cannot be denied.
That's true. And
they have children that they must care for. So some sisters are willing to do extra to make sure that the babies are cared for.
That's right.
And people will take advantage of that.
Yeah.
We see that all the time, as we talked about in previous episodes, about how even the ministers and the preachers and the imams and the rabbis are taking care or taking advantage of the vulnerable women.
Yes.
When all they're asking for is some guidance.
And some help. That's it.
So this is very important. You know, I was really bothered all day today. Last night I'm looking at society, and you look at social media, and everybody got their clothes off. Yeah. And the highest standard for the women is not the one that's clothed and sophisticated and properly dressed, but the one who is naked and the most vulgar and the most sexual. That's the one that's held to the high standard.
In this society.
And this is the one you reward.
Is that backwards?
That's the plot of evil. That's the plot of evil. And for some reason, the leaders of the society allows it to happen. Because there is no way they're supposed to be able to go. Yes, the Bible says, "Come as you are." But when you go to the church, as a whole, I'm gonna say it, as a prostitute, you're supposed to come out different.
Yes. I agree with that.
But you can't come out different because now the preacher got his eyes on you. The imam got his eyes on you. The rabbi got his eyes on you.
Well, sad.
You
But don't
come
they
at-
want to have a wife? Don't they supposed to have a wife?
You think that's
Yeah, first lady.
you think that's a problem?
Mm.
You think that's going to hinder a dog in heat?
It sure don't seem that way.
So this is no, I'm serious. This is a
It
very
don't seem that
we
way.
have to promote this for the sake of our communities, and it's not just in the African American community.
It's
Man,
all.
listen,
It's all.
the Hispanic community, we love you, but the Hispanic communities are doing the same thing. This young sister have a quinceañera and they open up for sex.
Yeah.
She ain't even mature enough to handle all of the escapades that goes on in a sexual relationship, and certainly not financially able to deal with the nuances
Right.
of a sexual relationship with a man. How? She's not mentally mature enough yet. And then that comes with the child.
Yeah.
So now you got a child with a child.
that's
Quinceañera is 15, now 16, she got a baby. And then now the baby has to be partially raised by the grandparents.
and the mother.
And ain't no telling what the young father is doing.
Right.
So, I mean, it's a lot that because we're stripping them of their proper attire. There's a passage in the scripture that says, wear your best, where it says, MASJID TAQWA INTERFAITH. That means that your raiment or your covering of righteousness, that's the best.
Right.
I don't care about you going to the masjid in a canali suit or going to church with Salvatore Ferragamo on.
Right.
Who cares?
Right.
When your conduct is trash. Your best apparel takes you back to the original state that God created you in, innocent and righteous.
Righteous.
That's what we have to teach in the masjids, in the churches, in the synagogue. We got to teach that. Righteousness is important for you. It's the protection that God has given you against the elements of man.
Yes. So they sure come from all different kind of ways.
Our Caucasian sisters, same way. Our Asian sisters, the same way. They are molesting y'all. They're taking advantage of y'all, and they want you naked. They want to see you in your natural self so that they can do what they want to do. And belittle you and undermine the human potential that God has given you.
Yep.
We got to put clothes on our brothers and sisters.
Yep.
And men, I must start with you as I always do. You are the leaders. Ain't nobody put you in the leadership position but God. You are the leaders. You are the maintainers. What are you going to do? And I ask this question all the time. And I used to ask the brothers when we were going to the prison.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do when your young daughter becomes the age of 12 and 13 and 14 and her personality is changing?
Mm-hmm.
She's coming into her own view of things. And the view that she upholds the most is the one who is naked.
Yep.
I mean, it's really sad that the people have accepted such an ideology that's damaging them personally, their families, their life. Where am I going to take you? Where am I going to take you? Some places in society you ain't going to be able to go.
You can't even go. You know what I'm saying? You can't come in like this, man.
My favorite restaurant is Ruth Chris Steakhouse.
I just finna say that.
That's my favorite. Because I can always count on a good steak with Ruth Chris Steakhouse. I mean, they don't never let me down on a good steak. I believe a good steak, it ain't got to put nothing on it. It's good in its wholesomeness.
Right. Juicy.
All of that.
All that.
And you can't go to Ruth Chris improperly dressed. You got to have on the proper shirt. They used to make you have on a jacket. You can't even wear a hat. If you're wearing a hat, you got to take your hat off. And me and my wife have seen where people have come into Ruth Chris improperly dressed, showing it's just a print of it. And guess what they say? I'm sorry. You have to. Do you have a different shirt, or do you mind? We have a jacket that you can wear, but you can't go in there like that.
That's right.
People are not trying to.
That's the standard.
People are not trying to let you impose your nakedness when they trying to. It's hard enough to try to keep their own righteousness going.
Right.
And here you go, you take from their righteousness because here you is showing your ass, showing your body, showing your figure. So you impress the next human being with the way you present yourself.
Yes.
And if you're presenting yourself that way in a naked way, then just know that you're responsible for the actions that come after you and the reaction that comes from what you got on.
You can't get
You
mad.
can't get mad.
Can't get mad.
So, you know, what we wanted to say today in a very serious manner, we have to do better.
Do better.
Cover yourself.
Pull your pants
Respect
up, guys.
yourself.
Pull your
What
pants
kind
up.
of man do you want? You want somebody that's what they're attracted to, just your body? Well, when your body start changing, you're going to be going back to somebody that body that looked like yours in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Respect yourself. Cover yourself. Let nobody molest you and rape you with their eyes and their mind. Be, as the scripture say, that you may be recognized, that you may be recognized and not molested.
Mm-hmm.
Let them recognize you for who you are. Don't let them molest you and take advantage of you. So with all of that, dear brothers and sisters, let's do better. Let's put our clothes on. Let's be dignified as God has created all human beings. And with that, we say stay tuned the next week.
Like and subscribe to our channel.